The small Austrian town of Amstetten became synonymous with horror in 2008. This quiet community was the setting for one of the most shocking criminal cases in modern history, the case of Josef Fritzl. Fritzl, a seemingly ordinary man, was revealed to have imprisoned his own daughter, Elizabeth, in a hidden cellar for 24 years. The case sent shockwaves around the world. It raised disturbing questions about the potential for evil lurking beneath the surface of everyday life. How could such depravity occur, seemingly unnoticed, for so long? The crimes of Josef Fritzl were a stark reminder of the darkness that can exist within seemingly ordinary families. The case continues to fascinate and horrify, serving as a chilling example of human cruelty and the enduring power of secrets. In 1984, Josef Fritzl lured his 18-year-old daughter, Elizabeth, into the cellar of their family home. He had spent years secretly constructing a soundproofed and windowless prison. It was here that Elizabeth's unimaginable ordeal began. Over the next 24 years, Elizabeth endured unimaginable suffering. She was repeatedly raped and abused by her own father. The cellar became her world, a place of fear and isolation. 7 children were born to Elizabeth in that cellar. 1 child died shortly after birth, likely due to neglect, and was incinerated by Josef Fritzl. 3 of the surviving children were brought up above ground by Fritzl and his unsuspecting wife Rosemarie. They were told that Elizabeth had run away to join a cult and had abandoned her babies. The other 3 children remained imprisoned in the cellar with Elizabeth, hidden from the outside world. The truth of Josef Fritzl's crimes only came to light in 2008 when one of Elizabeth's daughters, Kirsten, became seriously ill. Elizabeth begged Fritzl to take Kirsten to the hospital. Kirsten's hospitalization aroused suspicion, and eventually led authorities to uncover the horrific truth of the cellar and Elizabeth's decades-long imprisonment. Josef Fritzl's trial in 2009 was a media sensation. He was charged with a litany of offenses, including rape, incest, enslavement, false imprisonment, and murder by neglect for the death of the infant. Fritzl initially pleaded not guilty to some of the charges. However, he eventually changed his plea to guilty on all counts. He was sentenced to life imprisonment in a facility for the criminally insane. Following his conviction, Josef Fritzl was imprisoned in Garsten Abbey, a former monastery converted into a prison for Austria's most dangerous criminals. He was housed in a special unit reserved for mentally disturbed offenders. The severity of his crimes and the public outcry ensured he would spend the rest of his days behind bars. However, in recent years, there have been attempts to transfer Fritzl to a regular prison. These attempts have been met with fierce opposition from both the public and legal experts. Some argue that his crimes are so heinous, his mental state so disturbed, that he should never be considered for a less restrictive environment. Josef Fritzl is now 88 years old. Recent reports suggest his physical and mental health have significantly deteriorated. He is said to be suffering from dementia, and is reportedly confined to a wheelchair. These developments have reignited the debate over his potential release. Fritzl's lawyer has indicated that he may seek his client's release on compassionate grounds. This has sparked outrage, with many arguing that he should never be allowed to walk free, regardless of his age or health. The Austrian justice system faces a complex dilemma. While Fritzl's crimes demand severe punishment, his deteriorating health raises questions about the principles of humane treatment, even for those who have committed unspeakable acts. The victims of this horrific case, Elizabeth Fritzl and her children, have faced a long and arduous journey to rebuild their lives. After their release from captivity, they were given new identities and relocated to an undisclosed location. The Austrian government has gone to great lengths to protect their privacy and allow them to heal away from the glare of the media spotlight. Little is known about their current lives. However, it is clear that the trauma they endured will likely have a lasting impact. They continue to receive ongoing counseling and support to help them cope with the psychological and emotional scars of their ordeal. Despite the trial and Fritzl's conviction, many questions remain unanswered. How could his wife, Rosemarie, have been unaware of what was happening in her own home? How did Fritzl manage to conceal his crimes from the outside world for so long? Some speculate that Fritzl may have been aided by others. However, no concrete evidence has ever emerged to support these claims. The full extent of Fritzl's deception may never be known. The case continues to be the subject of documentaries, books, and countless news articles, as people struggle to comprehend the depths of his depravity.